Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our show with a selection of 30 retro photos. Write in the comments the most interesting photo in your opinion. Appreciate our work by subscribing and commenting with your favorite photo. And don't forget, enjoy the show, and we're start.
American photo model and movie actress Lily St. Cyr, 1940. G.R. Paul Huber, the Union Army soldier from Indiana at the Grand Army of the Republic meeting of Civil War veterans in the nation's capital. February 1943. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. War production workers at the Howe Company making gasoline tank trailers for the U.S. Army Air Corps. Mrs. Angeline Quint, age 45, an ex-housewife, checking the tires of trailers. Washington, D.C., circa 1903. Army and Navy Club. The building, at 17th and I Streets N.W. Lower Manhattan, circa 1903. Hanover National Bank Building, New York City. Circa 1907. Railway Station, Laconia, New Hampshire. Long Beach, California, circa 1910. A midway, the Pike Walk of 1,000 Lights. Circa 1901. In the Gardens Colonial Hotel, Nassau, Bahamas. Built by Henry M. Flagler on the site of Fort Nassau, the hotel was destroyed by fire in 1922. Its current incarnation is the British Colonial Hilton Nassau, owned by the China State Construction Engineering Corporation. October 1959. Lord Taylor Department Store, Washington Chevy Chase. U to South Facade. July 16, 1923. Long Island, New York. Severn, Margaret, Mississippi. The dancer Margaret Severn, 1901 to 1997, October 1942. A long line of C-47 transport planes awaits the installation of wings at the Long Beach, California, plant of Douglas Aircraft Company. The versatile C-47 performs many important tasks for the Army. It ferries men and cargo across oceans and mountains. October 1938. Kitchen and shack housing migratory apple pickers. Camden County, New Jersey. September 1939. Kimberly Farm, Jasper County, Iowa. Corn fight between Margaret and Howard Kimberly. September 1940. General Store. Ophir, Colorado, a small gold mining town on the side of a mountain. September 1935. Slums. Washington, D.C. photographs show poor housing conditions contrasted with well-built homes. Children playing in slum backyards and on street. Unsanitary conditions. Former residences now used as rooming houses. General views over rooftops. Interiors and details of substandard dwellings. October 1940. Mrs. Baptiste Gendreau, wife of French-Canadian FSA, Farm Security Administration, client and potato farmer near St. David, Maine. Beautiful Betty Page in a swimsuit, 1948. October 1940. Scenes along U.S. Route 1, Main Street in Caribou, Maine. October 1940. Mr. and Mrs. Lindor Lab and children in their newly built home. Mr. Lab, FSA client, runs a small seed foundation unit in Wallagrass, Maine. October 1940. Mr. Lawrence J. Brown, a rustic potato farmer, operates a small seed foundation unit in Eagle Lake, Maine. His 3 sons and 1 hired man do all the work. The little boy on the left picked 14 barrels of potatoes before lunch. October 1940. Along U.S. Highway No. 1 street scene in Caribou, Maine. March 1941. Traffic on the main street of Fayetteville, North Carolina, at about 5 o'clock, when the workers start coming out of Fort Bragg. September 1941. South Royalton, Vermont, the main street. September 1940. Farmers and townspeople in center of town on Court Day. September 1941. Old Beer Depot in mining town, Leadville, Colorado. February 1942. Chaffee, Missouri. Father and children waiting to see the doctor. The little girl was bitten by a dog and is to receive anti-hydrophobia injections. February 1942. Union County, Illinois. Gas station and roadhouse. February 1942. Timber Lake, Dewey County, South Dakota. Barber shop. February 1942. Roscoe, South Dakota. Younger boys are standing in front of the pool halls this year. February 1942. Hettinger, North Dakota. Street scene after a snowstorm. April 1942. Service station. Hamilton, Ravalli County, Montana. You want Coke with that? The Enchanting Jean Yanni 1957. April 1942. Wisdom, Beaverhead County, Montana. Accommodations at the Wisdom Hotel. April 1942. Hamilton, Montana. Son of Ted Barkhofer, crawling on the kitchen floor. April 1942. Missoula, Montana. Entering the town. Grizz versus Pens at 50 paces. April 1942. Hamilton, Ravalli County, Montana. At the Montana Cafe. Good eats. April 1942. Hamilton, Montana. Ted Barkhofer and family. February 1942. Shannon County, Missouri. Gas station and tourist cabins. January 1942. Washington County, Illinois. Billy Williams, 65-year-old squatter, living in shack he built himself. Arlington, Virginia, 1942. Washington Hoover Airport Terminal and Eastern Airlines signed prior to demolition for construction of the Pentagon. August 3, 1951. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. 3 Type 34 houses, 601 Michigan, 102 102 and 1/2 Meadow Road. Circa 1894 to 1901. Sanford, Miss J.B. (1976) World Trade Center, New York. Exterior view with Brooklyn Bridge. Minoru Yamasaki, architect. Washington, D.C., circa 1920. Government Printing Office, H and North Capitol Streets, NW. Affectionately known as the Swamp. Washington, D.C., circa 1926. Lazar, Ship Company Atwater Kent Window Display at Little Company, 13th I Streets, NW. October 3, 1936. Ashton, Maryland. Climbing to the highest haystack, these youngsters hope for an advance glimpse of the Halloween spooks and goblins. They are Sonny Jim, Johnny John, and Brooke Johns. 1901. The Harbor from Newport House, Bar Harbor, Mount Desert Island, Maine. April 9, 1953. Oak Ridge, Tennessee. Civil Defense Air Raid Drill, Highland View School.
The bonus photo.
Jane Mansfield at the 1960 banquet.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are at the end of our show. I hope you are impressed. See you again.